Alright guys, this is a couple of videos for CSZ Zero. All a bit late now, but it's to do with the changes that should have took place to him whenever the patches were happening. Now, it didn't matter if I had put this video out 6 months ago when the patches were happening. It didn't matter because NRS aren't going to take into consideration the opinion of the character specialists whenever they're making changes to the characters. Now, they could have went to me, they could have went to Rio, they could have went to Pig of the Hut to ask opinions as to, okay guys, if we're going to do anything to this character, what do you think are the reasonable changes should happen to him, and why is that? Can we hear them? We'll take them into consideration and we'll tell you if they're unreasonable. But they didn't do that. It's a very, very straightforward process with fucking emails, Twitters, test your mic accounts, I mean, it's so easy, but they just don't want to do it because they reckon that they know what's best for the characters in high level play. And they don't, I'm afraid. They obviously know how to program a game, but they just don't know what's best for the characters in specialist scenarios. Now, I did put out videos about the bombs a long time ago, but it never got taken into consideration. So it doesn't matter if I put this video out. So the reason I'm putting it out now is because I just want to let you guys see the ideas I had that I thought were very, very fair, were very, very simple changes to make. Well, not from a programming point of view, but from a gameplay point of view, it was very, very simple changes that I feel now are very, very reasonable. So the first problem really is the armor move problem that CSZ Zero was initially going to face, because he has no other moves apart from the slide that you could armor that would be overpowered. Now, I initially thought armor and the dive kicks would have been fine. Problem with that is, as much as I could run through Cabals and snare fireballs for 18%, katanas and snare fans, etc., it would ruin other players in the game. It would absolutely destroy them. So that's unfair, because all I'm thinking about really, the only reason I was asking for armor was for the bad matches, for the 8-2 matches, and I don't care what anyone says, there are 8-2 matches in this game, the 7-3 matches, and things like that. I was thinking about the bad matches. I wasn't thinking about trying to get the character to be overpowered and just run through everybody. That's why I don't think the dive kicks being armoured would be a good idea anymore. Secondly, people were looking for this armour on the enhanced beam, which doesn't make any sense because it's a trading move. If you're to throw any projectile and I hit you and I trade with you, your projectile is going to hit me, it's going to knock me out of this stance if it doesn't disappear before, because you've been hit. I'll jump in and I'll get the combo. If it was armoured, it wouldn't make any difference. I just wouldn't be knocked out of this animation. I would still take the damage anyway. So it's not like it's invincibility. It doesn't make sense. You wouldn't use it here anyway on a block string. If you know when the block string gap's coming, you're going to use that move. You're going to use enhanced parry. Now that's where enhanced moves with armor come in. You're supposed to do them at times they can be, places can be interrupted, not just fucking willy-nilly. So that's why they don't make sense. Now, thirdly, the reason why straight up giving the enhanced slide armor wouldn't work is for the simple reason. If Cabal was throwing ensnare fireballs all day, Katana was throwing ensnare fans, Melina was doing her ensnare sags, and all her nonsense she was doing, and I couldn't use the parry on Melina, let's say, either, because she'll just downform me out of the parry, and I've lost my meter. I couldn't use the regular parry because even if I hit her, it'll knock me back to about this distance. So the reason why you would need armor on the enhanced slide, for one particular reason. Let's say I just did that, they're going to get away. The slide's about the knockdown, but they can't roll. Hand slide they can roll, and I can't really get in that well. they're still going to be back to square one. If you look at Human Sub-Zero, after his enhanced slide has the 2-1-2 animation, right? There, and he can slide from that. That same thing should happen from the enhanced slide. From there, it should be that 2 animation into slide to give you the knockdown. Now, Human Sub-Zero's enhanced slide is for one particular reason. If you're in against him and he wants to get you out, that's the move. It's not to get in, it's to get out. Then you're out, and then you've got the clone, which is useless in his bad matches, but against his better matches, it's great. For Cyber Sub-Zero, you need to get in, so you should be able to special slide after that animation from that move. Back into that slide to get the knockdown. Now, it wouldn't be about damage. Even if that additional slide did 3% damage, to do it up to 15%, it would be about the knockdown. It wouldn't be about the damage. Now, you wouldn't throw this in after a combo. I'll just show you something simple. And then the other slide, because it's not worth it when you could just finish with a regular slide. It wouldn't put that much damage on if it did 3%. Anyway, you wouldn't be throwing out the armoured slide just normally here, because it's a bar of meter for an extra 3% when that'll hit anyway. It wouldn't be overpowered because it's hilariously unsafe anyway. It's literally a purpose, and it is to get the knockdown. It's to armour through projectiles, heavy projectile players. Like Sindel, for instance, it's to armour through it and get the knockdown, because armour on that, as it stands, is useless. So that was my idea, was to be able to special again with a slide after the enhanced slides. Put armour on the enhanced slide, so it doesn't take priority over any other moves getting armour, which would be ridiculous. That's what the point would be. Of course, I think it's completely, for those reasons I've just gave you, if anybody can cross-examine those if they want, I mean, they can, but they're just clutching at straws, really. I would only be looking for the slide, not for extra damage, but for the knockdown. That's all it is. Now, there's no point me throwing out, there's another thing, if I was playing against a character where I could armour through his strings, right, why would I opt to use that and get the knockdown from the slide again, when I can use this and get 30 plus damage, and get a slide knockdown at the end? You know what I mean? If I knew a low poke was coming, there's no reason why I just wouldn't block the low poke. Anyway, so this is the point I'm trying to make. I don't see why NRS wouldn't come to the character specialists for these opinions, because they would get very good ones. I don't understand why they didn't come to me for this character, why they didn't specifically go to Tom Brady for, you know, Human Sub-Zero, why they didn't go to, I don't know what character, well, whatever characters needed buffed, some Sindel specific players for Sindel, Jade specific players for Jade. Instead, they're just giving out nerfs, nerfs to Cyber Sub-Zero, by the way. You can no longer parry wake-ups, which didn't make sense anyway, because you could just block the wake-up and fucking punish it anyway, so it doesn't make sense. They were given unnecessary, pointless nerfs that they thought made sense, but they didn't. It just showed how little they knew. So this is my point. If NRS, you know, wanted to do it, I'd be more than happy to talk to them about it and give them very, very fair, balanced opinions on things. And I'm sure every other character and every other player in the community would be more than happy to help NRS out. Because if they help NRS, then NRS help the fans are happy, NRS are happy, everybody wins, and the game gets better, and the players get better, and the game gets more balanced. So this is just the first video. I'll address another 2 problems, I think. Anyway, so guys, you know, thanks for watching. Cheers.